The Beckhams, they're furious. Tell us more.
Right. What has happened is that Meghan has decided, who is paranoid about leaks and everything else. She believed that Victoria Beckham, believe it or not, was ringing up journalists on various newspapers and leaking stories about Meghan and Harry. Harry then decided to take the bull by the horns and ring up David Beckham and say, basically, we hear that Victoria's leaking stories. And David Beckham was not at all happy. In fact, as it's been described now, he's absolutely furious that they have been accused like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Can you imagine the Beckhams ringing people up to sort of give tittle-tattle about their friend?
When Meghan Markle joined the royal family, her lifestyle instantly changed, but so did her circle. She entered a new social class filled with aristocrats, power players, and billionaires. Among the friendliest faces were David and Victoria Beckham. Victoria, known not just for fashion but for her discretion, reportedly helped Meghan adjust to British society. She introduced her to stylists, skincare experts, and insider brands that elevated her new royal image. Meghan, it said, was grateful, and their bond grew quickly. The Beckhams were even invited to Meghan and Harry's royal wedding in 2018. That invitation didn't go to just anyone. This was seen as a sign that a strong friendship had formed behind the scenes.
So their friendship's over, so much so that, as you know, the Beckhams attended the wedding, Harry and Meghan's wedding in 2018, but the Sussexes were not invited to the wedding of their son, Brooklyn, and nor were they invited to the big football match where a number of big celebrity names were when Lionel Messi, made his debut for David's American football team.
Oh, I just seem a bit ridiculous. Victoria Beckham, I'm sure she's got better things to do than ring the likes of you, Charles.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she has. But this is just symptomatic of what has been going on in the Sussexes' lives.
But sometime after the wedding, Meghan began to suspect that someone close to her was leaking personal stories to the press. Reports about her pregnancy cravings, royal disagreements, and private outings began appearing in British tabloids. She allegedly narrowed the suspicion to Victoria Beckham, believing the fashion icon had casually shared details with someone in the press. The information, while not scandalous, was too specific to be coincidence. Instead of approaching Victoria directly, Meghan is said to have asked Harry to speak to David Beckham about the situation. That conversation, according to royal insiders, did not go well. David Beckham was reportedly shocked and offended. He and Victoria had always supported Harry, including publicly defending him against the British media. To be accused, even indirectly, of betrayal was, for David, not just disrespectful. It was insulting. Sources close to the Beckhams say David ended the call furious, assuring Harry that his family had done nothing wrong. From that point forward, the friendship between the two couples deteriorated quickly. The Beckhams began distancing themselves.
And if you look at the list of people that no longer have any form of relationship with the Sussexes, and we are talking about A-list celebrities, the Obamas, George Clooney, Katy Perry, Maria Carey. It is quite incredible. And there's even suggestions that a governor of California even blocked Meghan's calls because she was trying to get some sort of advice or information about a political role for her. That's speculation, but there certainly seems to have been something going on in that direction. And of course, let's not forget, she's also gaslighted, or as the Mail have said this week, Markled her own father. She hasn't spoken to him since before the wedding, and Harry's never even met him.
They stopped attending Sussex-affiliated events, and the once-close connection between Meghan and Victoria faded into silence. By 2021, when Harry and Meghan launched their media projects in the US, the Beckhams were noticeably absent. They weren't mentioned in the Oprah interview. They weren't seen at Archewell events. And they didn't appear in Harry's memoir Spare, not even in passing. In contrast, the Beckhams' relationship with Prince William and Kate Middleton strengthened. William even attended Brooklyn Beckham's wedding. This shift in allegiance didn't go unnoticed. and may have signaled the final nail in the coffin. Some royal watchers speculate that the Beckhams chose to side with the institution over the renegades. Others believe they were simply burned by betrayal. This isn't the first time Meghan has reportedly cut ties with close friends or staff over fears of betrayal. From former assistants to relatives, there's a long trail of people who say Meghan's inner circle is a revolving door, one where loyalty is constantly questioned.
And Charles, just briefly, let's stick with the theme of Prince Harry, because the judge has now concluded in that phone hacking case that part of his claim can go to court, and it's the private investigators part that's actually going to go to trial.
Yes. The big thing, of course, is the phone hacking part. That is dead in the water. The judge has ruled that cannot go ahead. But the illegal information gathering by private investigators and journalists can go ahead. Now, that case isn't likely to happen much before January. I mean, I look forward to hearing what sort of evidence Harry has got about this, because I can only talk about my time, at The Sun. When we did stories about people, it's very much like you guys as journalists.
In the Oprah interview, Meghan spoke emotionally about feeling unprotected, isolated, and attacked. In such a state, it's easy to see how paranoia could grow. But accusing Victoria Beckham, a friend with influence and media power, may have backfired dramatically. It not only cost them the friendship, but possibly damaged their reputation among other high society elites who fear being next in the firing line. So, who do people believe? Meghan's critics see this as another example of self-sabotage, pushing away powerful allies over suspicion. But her defenders argue that leaks did happen, and Meghan was right to protect herself. Victoria Beckham has never publicly responded to the accusation. True to her brand, she remains silent, classy, controlled, and surrounded by powerful friends. Some say that silence speaks louder than any denial.
You got information, you went to the source, or you went to people who knew about it, you got the information. I've never hired a private investigator. I wouldn't even know how to go about it. We did it ourselves. So if he's saying that journalists did this, I don't believe it. Private investigators,
This scandal isn't just about leaked beauty tips. It's a window into how fragile relationships become when fame, the press, and royalty collide. Meghan and Harry left royal life to seek peace, but even in Hollywood, they've struggled to escape the shadows of mistrust. Accusing Victoria Beckham, one of Britain's most respected women, may have been a turning point, not just for their social lives, but for their brand. Because if they can't trust their friends, who can they trust? What do you think? Was Meghan justified in her suspicion, or was this a case of royal paranoia gone too far? Did Victoria Beckham really leak anything, or was she collateral damage in a bigger war against the press? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal deep dives, truth bombs, and elite drama every week.